Hey there, welcome back to the channel. I'm really glad you showed up today because this is one of those videos that can quietly change the entire way you navigate the digital world. Today, we're getting real about what hackers actually see when you use public Wi-Fi, and more importantly, how to stop them. If you've ever connected to Wi-Fi at a cafe, airport, hotel, or your local co-working spot and thought, what's the harm? This video is for you. No fear-mongering, no panic. It's just awareness, strategy, and action. We're going to walk through exactly how attackers exploit unsecured networks, and I'm going to show you step by step how to protect yourself, no matter your level of tech expertise. Now, this isn't just another cyber hygiene PSA. We're going deep. I'm going to construct a timeline with you, a clear, moment-by-moment breakdown of what actually happens from the moment you connect to an unsecured Wi-Fi network through to the different ways a hacker can intercept your data, and finally, how you can break that sequence and safeguard your digital footprint. Timeline construction isn't just helpful here, it's essential. Because once you see the order of events clearly, you start to understand cause and effect, which builds powerful digital intuition. That's the muscle we're building today, digital resilience. A few years back, I made a mistake. I was traveling, jet-lagged, rushing to send out a proposal before my layover ended, and I connected to airport Wi-Fi without even thinking. No VPN, no caution, just desperation. I hit send, checked my bank, then logged into an old email I barely used anymore. Well, about a week later, I started getting strange login alerts. First, from that old email. Then my bank called. Someone had been slowly gathering intel, piecing together my breadcrumbs. Nothing catastrophic happened, thankfully, but it could have. That incident humbled me, and it changed how I handle every digital decision today. That's the level of awareness I want for you. So let's walk this through. Let's start from the top. What actually happens when you connect to public Wi-Fi? You're in a cafe, you pull out your laptop, you search for available networks, you see something labeled coffee guest or free Wi-Fi, and you click. What happens now? Behind the scenes, your device is sending signals out to nearby routers, saying, "Hey, who's here? Who can I talk to?" If you're on a trusted home network, that process is generally safe. But on public Wi-Fi, those signals go out into a room full of strangers, and not all of them are sipping cappuccinos. Some of them are actively scanning the same signals, ready to exploit them. This brings us to the first type of threat, packet sniffing. When you use public Wi-Fi, your data, unless encrypted, is transmitted in plain text. A hacker on the same network can use a packet sniffer, a type of software, to capture the data packets your device sends and receives. That means your emails, your logins, even your messages might be visible to someone sitting 5 feet away. Let's say you're checking your email. You log in. You enter your username and password. If you're on an unsecured connection and you're not using HTTPS or a VPN, those credentials can be intercepted. That's not paranoia. That's technical fact. Now imagine you open your banking app. You log in there too. Maybe you check your balance. That data might be encrypted, but if your session isn't protected, a hacker can hijack it, what's called session hijacking, and impersonate you. It doesn't stop there. Let's move further down the timeline. Now that you're connected, someone with more malicious intent might go a step further. They might create what's known as a rogue access point. This is where the attacker sets up a fake Wi-Fi network that looks almost identical to the real one. You think you're connecting to Coffee House Wi-Fi, but in fact, you've just joined C Trophy House Wi-Fi. Note the 0 instead of an O. Once connected, all your traffic goes through their system. They're the man in the middle, and they can see everything. This technique is called a man-in-the-middle attack, and it's disturbingly effective. The attacker sits quietly between you and the internet, relaying information back and forth while silently copying or manipulating it. Imagine them as an invisible translator whispering in your ear, but instead of just translating, they're rewriting parts of the message before you hear it. Now let's talk about evil twin networks. Similar to rogue access points, these are fake networks set up to mimic a trusted one. The difference? Evil twins often use identical SSIDs and spoofed MAC addresses, tricking your device into automatically reconnecting, especially if you've connected to that network before. It's seamless. You won't even know it's happened. You're not even asked to log in. And now they're in. At this point in the timeline, the attacker may have access to your browsing activity, session cookies, email content, login credentials, files being transferred, even potentially webcam or microphone data if your device is unprotected. And all of this entire sequence, was initiated with one casual tap: connect to public Wi-Fi. So, how do we break the timeline? How do we stop the cascade? Here's where we pivot into strategy. And again, this isn't about paranoia, it's about positioning. Digital freedom isn't just about avoiding threats. It's about knowing how to move intelligently through this space. Step 1. Always use a VPN. A virtual private network creates an encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet. Anyone on the same network as you, hackers, snoopers, even your ISP, can no longer see what you're doing. They see scrambled, meaningless data. Even if you're on a rogue access point, the VPN blocks them from accessing your content. I like to think of VPNs like cloaks, one of the few digital tools that actually allows you to move invisibly. Step 2. Disable Auto Connect to open networks. Your phone or laptop might be set to automatically reconnect to networks you've used before. Disable that feature. It's how you fall for an evil twin without even knowing you've reconnected. Step 3. Always verify network names. Ask staff for the exact name of the Wi-Fi network. Don't just assume, and definitely don't connect to anything that sounds like free Wi-Fi 123 or open network. Step 4. Use HTTPS everywhere. Modern browsers do a decent job of warning you when a site isn't secure, but you can also install browser extensions like HTTPS everywhere that force sites to use encrypted connections wherever possible. It's an added layer. Step 5. Log out of accounts when you're done. Don't leave sessions open, especially on public networks. Logging out reduces the risk of session hijacking. Step 6. Keep your software updated. Security patches are released for a reason. If your browser, operating system, or apps are outdated, they're more likely to have vulnerabilities that hackers can exploit, especially over unsecured networks. Step 7. Turn off file sharing and AirDrop. On a public network, these features can become doorways. Unless you're transferring something specific, keep them off. Now, let me pause again and share another quick aside, because I know all of this can sound intense, especially if you're not deep in tech. Years ago, I used to laugh at friends who were super strict about their digital hygiene. I thought, come on, I'm just browsing Reddit while waiting for my flight. But when you begin to really understand the timeline, the cause and effect of each step, you stop laughing. You start preparing. And the beauty of preparation is that it becomes effortless over time. It's not paranoia, it's peace of mind. And let me tell you something else. I've seen people reclaim their digital lives because of these exact habits. Friends who used to get frequent account breaches? Gone. Colleagues who had work compromised over insecure networks? Never again. Awareness is your strongest currency in the digital age, because the more you understand how data flows, the easier it becomes to protect that flow. Let's recap this timeline visually, because this is how you'll remember it. You connect to public Wi-Fi. Innocent step. Your device broadcasts signals. Anyone on the network can see you. A hacker uses packet sniffing. They begin collecting unencrypted data. You log into services. Credentials and session cookies become vulnerable. They may impersonate you, hijacking your session or stealing identity. You stay connected. The longer you remain, the more exposed you become. Now here's the alternate timeline, the one you want to follow. You connect, but only through a trusted, verified network. Your VPN kicks in. Your data becomes unreadable to others. Your browser uses HTTPS. Extra encryption at the content layer. File sharing is off. No sneaky backdoor entries. You avoid sensitive logins or use MFA, multi-factor authentication. You disconnect when done and leave no open doors behind. See the contrast? Same action, different timeline, and it's all in your control. This is what long-term digital awareness is all about. It's not just about installing a VPN or avoiding a sketchy network once. It's about rewiring your instincts so that security becomes second nature, so that you move with quiet confidence in a loud, chaotic digital world. Before we close, let me leave you with this. You are your own perimeter. In the physical world, we have walls, locks, gates. In the digital world, you are the gatekeeper. Your awareness, your habits, your caution, they are the firewall. And if you've stayed with me this far, I know something about you already. You're not just here to scroll, you're here to build, to become harder to exploit, more resilient, more prepared. So take these lessons, apply them today, not next week, not someday, today. The next time you sit at that cafe and see free Wi Fi, you'll remember this timeline. You'll choose the secure path, and you'll move forward, not just connected, but protected. Thanks for being here. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We've got more coming to help you sharpen your digital self defense and position yourself with strength in this ever evolving world. Until next time, stay alert, stay empowered, and never stop learning.